Hey friends, now today we're going to talk about my experience with Poptarts over the years. Before we start, not everyone knows what a Poptart is, so I'll quickly explain. Poptarts are two rectangular pastries full of delicious sugary snacks you can basically eat at any time of the day, usually for breakfast or snack time, but whatever, no one's going to stop you. These average fools give me constipation for 6 months straight, and we're going to talk about those 6 months in particular. But before we start those 6 months, let's jump back a year ago. A year ago, it was when I was in 3rd grade, is when my mom first got these Pop-Tarts from the store. I decided the next morning I would eat some of these Pop-Tarts. And I took one bite of that Pop-Tart. I cannot tell you how much I fell in love with these Pop-Tarts. Every single day, a year straight, I ate nothing but Pop-Tarts for breakfast and snack time only. I obviously ate something else for lunch and dinner time. I want you to guys imagine those 12 months of continuous eating Pop-Tarts for breakfast and snack time. Alright, let's jump back 364 days later. Morning was fine, I had a Pop-Tart that day. I went to school just fine, went home, sleep well, everything was good. And then the next day happened. First thing I wake up, I felt really sharp pain in my stomach. So I went to the bathroom, and, well, to make it short, I was suffering with constipation. At the time, I did not know Pop-Tarts were the cause of my constipation. So I was eating Pop-Tarts while suffering constipation, and not even know Pop-Tarts was the cause. I'll get into details why Pop-Tarts are the cause. Right now we need to focus on what's going on with me. At the time, nobody in the house knew what was wrong with me. And I was suffering constipation for a week straight, or about a week. It could be only 3 days before they finally did something. So they decided to get some medicine for me, and I take the medicine I had at home. I don't remember exactly what medicines I took, but I remember one of them specifically. One of the medicines, it looked like NyQuil, but it was a brown bottle with a black liquid inside. Now, you can probably already imagine it's probably going to taste like death itself. But trust me, it didn't taste awful, but it didn't taste good either. It was way better than NyQuil, though. At the front, it said it was made for kids, so obviously I could take it. I was in 4th grade. I was a full-pledged kid. On the back of the medicine bottle, it had instructions on what to do, how much to take, how long it would work, etc. And I took the medicine. It says it was supposed to take 7 to 8 hours to work. Alright, 7 to 8 hours passed by. I was sitting on the floor playing a video game. And all of a sudden, my stomach was making noises. It was telling me that I need to rush to the bathroom now. That's what I did. I rushed to the bathroom. And basically, not to get too many details out, but the side effects included spreading your butt cheeks apart. Like Moses spreads the Red Sea. I'm talking about that level of destruction I did to the toilet. And boy, did my butt cheeks ever split apart that farly. It's like someone grabbed 2 of my butt cheeks and it just spread them. And that's what the medicine did to me. First time in a week, I never felt so much relief. I cannot tell you how good I felt for a couple hours before the pain kicked back in. I was still eating Pop-Tarts at the time, and my family had no idea what was the cause of this. I had no idea what the cause is. So my family took me to the hospital. The doctors took me out, trying to figure out what's wrong with me, and run a few tests. I can't remember exactly what those tests are. At the end of the day, they gave me a prescription for some sort of laxatives. I can't remember exactly what the branding is or anything, but I know it was some sort of laxatives. It is pretty embarrassing to say it, but oh well. I gotta somehow tell the story. Now, my mom went to the store. Our store has a pharmacy. So my mom went to the pharmacy and picked up 2 big jugs of laxatives. There ain't like one of those small bottles or anything. I'm talking about huge jugs that were bigger than some people's heads. That's how huge they were. And she picked up 2 of them. These bad boys are supposed to make me last for a year straight. And I was supposed to take it for a year straight. Every single day, I had to take medicine in the morning. It was my medicine. I was supposed to take it every morning. And everything seems okay. Basically, if you don't know what laxatives are, it's basically a bunch of powder. Like one of those protein powders or something that people who work all the time use, like one of those whey bottles. Here is how you make the medicine. You grab a pitcher, you grab one of those laxatives that I was talking about, you grab a wooden spoon, a big spoon by the way, and then some water. Put the pitcher on the sink, and then put 2 cups of powder on it, and put some water in the pitcher, and then stir it until it gets all the way up to the top. And then you shut off the water, you put the lid in, put it in the refrigerator. And every morning, I had to pour myself a drink. And I gotta drink the whole thing. Now, it doesn't sound so bad until you realize that it was in the refrigerator, and it's gonna be ice cold water. I'm not kidding when I said ice and cold. There was literally chunks of ice, and I was supposed to swallow through all that. It was awful. I hate it every morning. I'm really tired. I had to drink this water that's going to wake me up, and I'm just going to hate the world for that entire day. And keep in mind, I got to drink this for a year straight. The one good thing I can say for this entire incident is that when I went back to school, I got a little permission slip that tells me that I can use the bathroom anytime I want to and not get in trouble. If you don't get it, basically I can get up in class, in the middle of the class, and run straight to the bathroom, and I have no repercussions for it. Awesome. I can use the bathroom anytime I want to, and no one will stop me. The problem is that I was a very shy kid at the time, and I didn't like special treatment a lot. I don't like the idea of special treatment, especially when there's over 20 kids in the same classroom. Like, a kid will be asking to go use the bathroom, but they can't, but I can get up at any time I want to and go to the bathroom without any punishment. Makes other people angry. I can see that can make people angry. That's why I didn't go too often. Luckily, I have a good classroom, so I don't have to worry about too much about it, but it was still in my head. Alright, anyway, 6 months has passed. I finished the first jug of laxatives. Now I gotta go round 2 and finish the second one. And that was the point where I finally given up trying to take the medicine in the morning. I begged my mom many times to not take the medicine anymore. I was on my knees at that point, begging to stop taking the medicine. I could not handle any more ice cold drinks. She finally gave in. She said, alright, you don't have to take it no more. Alright, I don't have to take it no more. A few days passed, no complications. I had no problems with the bathroom. I had no problems at school. The great thing about it is that after I stopped taking my medicine, I can still get up and use the bathroom anytime I want to. I did little experiments and tests to figure out that the Poptarts was the cause of all this. Basically what I done is that I eat Poptarts for 1 day and see how the results went in the bathroom. And the next couple days, I won't eat any Poptarts and see what I do in the bathroom. And it was completely fine. And I figured out Poptarts was the cause of all this. I'll admit that it ain't the last time I had a Poptart. I had a Poptart a few months ago, and let's say the bathroom did not went well. The trip went not went well. Instead of constipation, I had the opposite of that. And you can, guys, imagine that however you like. Thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video. I'll see you in the next video. Goodbye. Guess what, guys? I have a little bonus story for you guys. Hooray, a bonus story. Basically, what a bonus stories are is that, well, I have something that can relate to it. It's just not enough to be on its own video. So, when you get a bonus story, it's usually probably short and sweet. But this one might take a little bit longer than it's supposed to. Alright, so the story is that Pop-Tarts are not the only foods that gives me constipation. There is one other food I can definitely confirm that gives me constipation. You can guess however you want, but you probably will never get it. That one food is KFC cookies. So here's how it goes. I went to KFC with my family. My mom asked what I wanted for KFC. I was little, so I was like, a $5 fill-up. She was like, alright, I'll get you a $5 fill-up. I got the $5 fill-up. Basically what was inside is that it had chicken, mashed potatoes, biscuits, a cookie, all that jazz. I ate the whole thing, and then a couple hours went by. All suddenly my stomach doesn't feel good. I rushed to the bathroom. I was feeling the same pain as I was when I had the whole Pop-Tart incident. So that got me thinking. I was like, alright, which one of these foods did not taste well? I can only remember one of them, and it was the cookie. I remember the cookie did not taste well. So a couple weeks later, my family wants to go back to KFC. I was like, alright, I'll get the $5 fill-up again. This time, what I did is that I ate everything in the box but the cookie and see how it went. No problems in the bathroom whatsoever. I had no stomach issues. So, the next day, I decided to eat the cookie. And before you know it, my stomach was cramping up a couple hours later. I rushed to the bathroom, having the same issues. Now I figure out the KFC cookies give me constipation. So, I have two weaknesses. Pop-Tarts and KFC cookies. The weirdest duo of my weakness. Alright, that was a bonus story. I hope you enjoy it. Keep an eye on that bonus story. I'll talk to you later.